Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Recipe with Dr. Stephanie Finney. It is my hope that through each segment, you will receive ingredients to live your best life. One seasoning I'm personally passionate about is in the area of health and wellness. In fact, I host an Instagram live titled, Do You Know What's in Your Feminine Care? But I will speak more about this at the end of the show. For today's show, I'm going in a different direction, and that we don't have two special guests, but instead we have two special co hosts. In turn, under the recipe umbrella, this segment is titled Uncork and Unwind. Therefore, allow me to introduce today's special hosts, including myself, with the Uncork and Unwind episode, Boomshika Rogers and Marcus Griffith.
Hey, Dr.
Okay.
Fanny.
Hey.
Mr. Marcus.
Hey, how are you? I love your name.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm a superhero.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, Lord, this is going to be a great episode. Uh, so before we get started and delve into comments and feedback, please introduce yourself and tell everyone what you do and why. We're going to start with Miss Rogers, and then we'll move to Mr. Griffin.
Well, everyone, by now you know me. I am Boomshika Rogers. I have been on the show a couple of times. My whole point today is to bring up a couple of topics. And, when you're in that situation, when you want to ask a lot of questions, I'm here to let you know that sometimes it's all about minding your business. Or more importantly, stay out of mine. All right. Y'all so funny. Okay.
Yes, now, Mr. Griffin, you know what we're working with.
I love that. I love that response. And it was short and sweet, and it was to the point. So I guess that means I need to be to the point as well. My name is Marcus Griffin. I work with the federal government, been working with the federal government for about 11 years now. And also, I'm a grad student right now, so I'm stressed out. That's why I don't have any hair, but we could do that later. So nice to meet you guys.
Awesome. Welcome, special co-host. This is so awesome. So the way that we're going to break this out, we're going to start with the uncork portion, and then after our break, we'll go into the unwind edition. So with the uncork edition, we're just going to talk light. It's going to be light, and then we'll get deeper when we get into the unwind session. So I'll just throw something out there. Did you guys know that Barack Obama just turned 60?
Mm-hmm.
Social media told us all.
Doesn't it? It tells you everything. And 60 is the new, let me rewind. President Barack Obama.
That's it.
Is 60. Thank you. And 60 is the new 50. Just like 50 is the new 40 and vice versa. So I think that's awesome. It's always awesome to turn another year. It's a blessing to see another year, but to know that our, first Black president turned 60, that's awesome.
I think it's even better that he's 60 and, like you said, it's the new 50 or 40 or whatever it is. Back in the day, it seemed like when you were 60, excuse my, I don't want to offend anyone, but it's like, okay, you're getting old, right? But now it's like 60. Oh, you young, you still young. So that's a good thing.
Oh no, go ahead, Boomshika.
Okay, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. Everyone wants to say that 40 is the new 30 and 30 is no, it's the same old 40, baby. My check came out after 40. And I'm going to tell you now, sir, I know you haven't reached 40, but your check engine light's going to hit about 40. Now, your
check engine
may look 30, but your body going to say, go to your doctor.
My knees doing that now. When I clicked a certain age, I was like, oh, my knees hurt. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I know what you mean.
Crossover 40, you need glasses to see stuff that's right here. So just give it some time, baby. Give it some time.
Oh my God. Okay, you just reminded me. These are the glasses that Agita picked out when we were on the Girl Talk episode. So these are the glasses.
I helped pick those out.
No, you didn't. No, you did not. You talked about my glasses. Both of y'all really ragged on my glasses. You ragged on the glasses that I really wanted to get. And then there were two pair. No, I'm not done. There were two pair that I was trying to go and get. And it was this pair and another pair. And Agita said, you should start with these because that'll kind of, slide you into a different type of frame. Because, I like a little square frame. Do not try to act like you were supportive because you were not.
There's a lot of aggression on you. I am so confused. I am yet confused.
Well, can I say something?
Yeah. Yes, please break up the madness.
I love both of you guys' glasses.
Well, because I'm cute in mine, baby. I know I am cute in mine, and I walk in my cuteness. Stephanie, we're gonna get you in yours. Don't you worry about it. Them are some nice glasses. Are those the green ones?
Those are the green ones. Yes. Those are the green ones.
Good
my
job.
gosh, we got a comment from Lisa Danae. She talked about when we had that episode and how all the glasses looked the same.
They were the same.
That's what Agita said. They was just different. Like one was a smaller frame, one was brown, one was dark brown, one was black.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys left me out the mix. I could have worn my glasses today.
Anytime, because you'll come back. You'll be back. You'll be back. So, yes, you can wear your glasses. Absolutely. So any other, I guess, uncork comments? So we're just keeping it light.
Well, Marcus, do you want to go? Because sometimes Stephanie has to censor me. Dr. Finney has to censor me. So I'm going to let you go first.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys keep rolling, and I'll stay. I like to just dab in and comment, what I have to say. So.
Oh, good. Okay. And this is a good one.
She wanted to go anyway. She wanted to go. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Bonshika.
Mm-hmm. What will we talk about? Minding business. Okay. So I heard you say you work for the government. We're not going to say what agency, because I work for the government as well and been working for the government for 27 years. One thing I will want to ask, because it may just be my agency, and that's why I am Boomshika here, because I don't need people from my agency to know that I'm.
That's facts. That's facts.
Because I need plausible deniability. So when you're working with certain people, I have this topic in my head, working with the enemy, that the person right next to you is not always for you, but this is your team member. And or you have a customer, because what I do, I work with customers, and sometimes the customers, they're not forthcoming. I don't want to call them the LIAR, but they're not forthcoming. And how do you deal with that? Because I know I match energy, and I allow them to decide how we gonna act. But I need to keep my job sometimes. So let's go ahead and have that discussion, because
that's good. Yeah. That's deep. So can we add another hour to this show? Because that was like
we have moved into the unwind phase. This is past uncork phase now. Go ahead.
No, you go first, but I have something to say, so I'll let you go first, Dr. Finney, if you would like.
I guess I come into it like this because I've actually been in that situation, and it is truly a struggle. It's like you're bordering on harassment sometimes in that situation, and you have to really watch yourself because they can take you there. And I have to be mindful, one, that I am a Christian, and that I can speak life over you, or I can speak death over you. Okay. And I wasn't always a Christian, and I'm just keeping it real. I can let it loose. I can do it. I am still that person. And I have to be very careful because I can cut you with my words. I really can. And I can cut you with my eyes. My husband told me never play poker because your face gives it all up every time. And, you just have to be mindful that it's a job. You come there to be a light, not to see one. And if you stay in that lane, I literally just let it all roll off. I'm not saying that I don't slip every now and then, because sometimes you just have those moments. I don't say days because I don't give the devil 24 hours. But I do have those moments, and I just let it ride off and go on, because at the end of the day, it's just a job. And I don't revolve around my job. I have a family. I have other things that are way more important. But I do need my check for now. So I'm going to do what I got to do to get that check. I'll pass it on to you, Mr. Marcus.
You need to check every 2 weeks, and I don't need to be late, because if it's late, I'm not showing up. First of all,
like
so
clockwork.
like that, like Tab say. But with everything I try to do, I try to keep it. My motto is keep it professional, right? My job is to be professional as possible. Does that mean that you can say anything to me and you can treat me any type of way? No, it does not. I will get you in line accordingly, right? So I am going to be professional with you, but don't think you won't get that email to outline what's going on and what we need to do to resolve this problem, right? We still are professionals, but at the same time, look, this is not here. I'm not here to be a friend. I'm here to be a good co-worker or a good employee to support what we need to do. But I'm not here to be liked. I'm not here to just make you feel that, oh, you're God or whatever. I'm here to do my job. So that's what I try to treat everything. And you'll have people that's jealous of you, that's hateful of you. I feel like we are going to the unwind now because it's like getting deep. But I feel like you have people that just do not have the best interest for you. But guess what? Just because you don't have best interest does not mean that I can't speak to you. You're going to have to pay for that. Not me, right? I'm still going to say hello. That's your choice to not say hello back, right? So that's how I go through life because, I just follow it. I know God going to bless me, if that makes sense. So,
see, you a good upstanding Christian man. I'm going to tell you right now.
I try to be. Look, God know my heart too.
I love the Lord. And I have tried to keep in mind that this is not personal, this is business. But sometimes things go into the personal realm. And when you're one of the few African Americans who makes decisions, and those that you have to make decisions over or don't look like you, can't fit in at the family reunion. And look,
you better hit them with that Salt Bay.
Look, I'm not the darkest thing out there, so, but if hue of skin be trademark of sin, blame not the make for God's mistake. Let me tell you right now, baby, I'm 100% my side warrior, and I will get you in order
fast.
So when you come at me, and I love the email, baby, I can kick off an email so quick.
Per my last discussion.
Oh, I don't even do that much. So as I've stated before.
And then end it with thanks and have a great day.
Respectfully, I actually sent an email to one of my customers who lost his mind. His mind jumped time, and he thought we was back in 1908 as opposed to 2021. And I let him know that this type of behavior is unacceptable. However, if you feel that I've made an error in my understanding of what you're saying to me, I'll accept that. And I will go ahead and follow your lead. But I promise you, from this day forward, you will determine how we interact with each other. Thank you. Respectfully. Don't come for me again. Let me tell you something. I will meet you under the cloak of darkness in an unmarked car. I am not scared.
Boom Shika. This is the Boom Shika talking right now.
I'm sorry, Dr. Fanny. Let me calm down. We are not. But yes, there's enemies in the workplace. And a lot of times you can look at it as this is business. They want to get things done. But know when it's personal and it's you have to check those people at the door, because once you accept it the first time, you better expect it the next 50 million times. Or as they say, 50, 11 times. Keep expecting.
Yes. If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
And I don't even let people take inches off my hair, so I know they ain't going to take a mile in my life.
Lisa Dene said his mind jumped time. Yes.
So I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
So how is it maneuvering? Because I know we all work in careers that we don't see a lot of African Americans or minorities in general. How is it maneuvering in careers that are not as diversified as you would like to be?
You want me to go first, Stephanie? Dr. Finney, would you like to go first?
I'll go first. I have to admit, I am used to it. I mean, I grew up in a small town where I was the only Black in a classroom. But when I went to my undergrad, that's where everything changed. Langston University, HBCU. And It was eye-opening, but I always go back to how I grew up when I deal with my work environment because I'm accustomed to that. I'm accustomed to being the only one in the room. But I will tell you this much. Being an African American female that's educated, when you step in that room or when you get on that camera for MS Teams or whatever, you better come correct. You better make sure that the words you speak are on point. You better make sure that your slides are correct. I mean, everything has to be 110+% because they're watching you. They are looking at you. They're paying attention to everything that you do. And I've noticed that that's the difference. And just like, others come in and say, oh, my name is Dr. Such and such, I expect the same thing. If you, I make that a point because I used to, when I first got my doctorate, I would say, oh, I'm just Stephanie. But then somebody told me one day, they said, why do you do that? I said, well, I just don't want people to feel uncomfortable. They said, you earned that. You earned that. And they should respect you enough to call you by the doctorate that you earned because they come into the room with doctor. So I had to really force myself. Now I don't force it because it's automatic, but it really took time because you do kind of feel, like maybe I should just keep, going along to get along. But it's like, no, I earned that. I should get that out of respect alone. So, I grew up again in an environment where I was the only Black. A lot of times, and I'm comfortable. I'm not comfortable, but I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. Yeah.
Well, I grew up in a different environment. I grew up in an all-Black town, and we, from preschool, we were encouraged to be great, stand out, don't shrink yourself. You are who you are. Be big, be bold. And so I grew up, I always wanted to be in the spotlight. I went to a predominantly white high school. Now, I'll be honest with you, I was still bold. I was still bright. I mean, it was so crazy that here we are, it's three of us, three Black girls decided we were going to be on the cheerleading team, and all the white girls quit. So I'm accustomed to.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, when I tell you, it was wow. We rocked it though. We didn't care. But I'm accustomed to, these are the differences, because when you go from, oh, you're great, you're wonderful, shine, 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 to, oh my God, I can't believe that they think that they need to be in the room with us. We're not going to be on the court with them because, I mean, why would we? Well, and granted, we were cute and we were better than they were. I mean,
it's obvious.
Because we shine.
Of course you were. Of course you were.
It was, you will shine at all times. I had the pleasure of going to the greatest HBCU, I think, Langston University. Okay. And it was like, okay, you continue to strive, you shine. I was able to get a job with the government while there because, like, keep going, keep pushing. And when I got my first government job, I'm like, wow. So this is the real world. And I'll be honest with you, my main issue wasn't from them.
Ooh, that's deep. It's deep.
I didn't have issues from them until I came back to Oklahoma to work at one of the bases in Oklahoma, and I was like, ooh, okay. But it is eye-opening because I got to see it from both sides. I got to see that sometimes we don't always support us, and then they don't always support us. So when you're in a situation where you don't know who you can depend on, you better learn to depend on you.
And Jesus.
And Jesus.
Because I will say, I pray. Now, I'm doing better. Because early on in my career, I was a cusser. And I would get your whole life together. And your mama's life together. And if you have some children, they life getting together too. I'm going to tell you right now.
Lord help us, please.
But you're honest with it, so.
I had no problem.
I would rather you let me know how you are up front than you got this big old knife in my back, right?
You're going to see me coming. Now, I'm going to be straight up with you. I don't like you. I worked with this, bless her heart, lady. And she was like, we can't just be friends. So this woman was about 73. She thought she was a new 53. She had all this plastic surgery. And she said, my best friend is Black and we go out dancing all the time. I said, we're not friends. We will never be friends. I'm not going to the club with you. There's nothing we need to do. I need you to do your job. I'm going to do my job. We're going to be professional about it. If you can't, then you should leave, because I'm not. I feel much better after I get that in my spirit.
Well, first of all, since you guys shouted out what you thought was the best HBCU, I actually attended the best HBCU, and that is Alcorn State University in Lawrence, Mississippi. Shout out the Braves. Shout out the Braves.
All right. We support HBCUs, but Thundercat, understand it's LU. It's LU.
and we beat y'all up 2 years ago. So but anyway, we'll let y'all have.
Hold on, Thundercat. Is Alcorn in the Battle of the Bands?
It's Alcorn. It's Alcorn.
Is the Alcorn going to the Battle of the Bands? Because that's where LU is going. We're going to the Battle of the Bands. Where y'all going? Where y'all going in the corns? Where the corn going?
It's the Battle of the Bands. We're always the Battle of the Bands. How about that?
You not there though, baby. I saw the list. You weren't on it. Don't come for us.
So anyway, getting back to my story, because we getting back to my story,
because the football team, we looking at the band. You know that as the HBCU, you ain't going there for the team.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So you think we gonna be on lockdown, so we won't be able to go to homecoming?
It's possible.
Yeah. It's my 25th anniversary for my sorority, and I'm trying to be there because I'm trying. Do we call it turned up? I don't know if I want to get turned up, but I want to act out. I think you should. I got a couple of outfits. I got some wigs. In my spirit wants to get out there and act out. I need the Lord to move in this place. Yes.
Oh my God. You know what? We're going to take a quick break. This is a great time. While on that note, let's take a pause, break, and let's get a commercial in, and then we'll be right back. And we're just going to continue in the unwind portion because we really hit the uncork really, really quick, and we just went into unwind. So we'll be right back with my co-host, Boomshika Rogers and Marcus Griffith.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, comedian actress Coca Brown. And I got to give a huge shout out to my girl, Dr. Stephanie Finney, because she put me on. What? To the Jewel sanitary napkin. These babies are amazing. Not only are they good to me, they're good for me. Not only do they help with absorption, moisture control, and protection, because yes, sometimes I like to wear white, but these babies also have a great ingredient called graphene that helps with cramps. Huh? Are you kidding me? So you're telling me that I'm protected and I can control my moods a little bit? I love it. So please make sure you hit up my girl, Dr. Stephanie Finney. They have a variety of sizes for every kind of flow, whether it's heavy, light, overnight, she got you. So make sure you hit up my girl, Dr. Stephanie Finney, and get you some Jewel sanitary napkins today. I strongly endorse these, honey, especially if you're like me. You need all the help you can get for that time of the month. All right?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Recipe with my co-host, Boomshika Rogers and Marcus Griffith.
Hello.
Welcome back. All right, y'all say hello.
Hello.
So, all right. So let's move on and keep going into our unwind portion of Uncork and Unwind of The Recipe. And I'm going to let Marcus go. I want you to give us some feedback. What is it that you want to discuss in this next portion?
I think a big topic that's on everybody's social media right now, and I kind of give you the rundown of the synopsis of it. I think it's the importance of, everything you say, you got to be mindful of it because it can end up biting you in the end, right? So, there's a famous artist right now. His name is DaBaby, right? He said a lot of things on stage that was related to HIV, related to LGBTQ, related to all type of stuff, right? And now he's getting pulled from these shows, and people are kind of, I guess, upset that the apology he said is not really apology. So my thing is, what do you guys think about saying something and then the consequences it may have because of what you said?
Oh, can I go first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was seeing this all over social media. So one day I said, well, what did DaBaby say? Because I didn't even know who DaBaby was.
Me neither.
I'm like, who is the baby? But he was everywhere, and you got him on all these news outlets popping up. I'm like, I don't understand who this baby is. And so I
don't know who this baby is.
Girl, so I said, well, let me see what's going on. And I looked it up. And, so I don't know what the crowd was like. I don't know what because I do stage plays. And sometimes you get up and you're feeding off the energy. So I don't know what the energy was in the room. I do not. Now, what I do know is that when he made the statements concerning, if everybody in there who doesn't have HIV, throw your hand or throw your lights up or whatever he was saying. And if you ain't been out in the in your car performing fellatio, but that ain't really what he said. And go ahead and throw, it's just like this. Okay. And maybe people were throwing it up. I don't know. I wasn't there because I don't know the baby. And so what I realized is that when you're a professional, and I'm assuming that he's a professional, they pay him to, he raps, right? He doesn't sing.
Raps, yes.
Okay. So you're a professional. When you're paid to be a professional, then you have to know your audience. And maybe he thought that this is my audience. This is who I cater to. And therefore I'm not wrong. Now, I don't know. I'm not in somebody's car performing fellatio neither at the concert before I walk in. I'm HIV negative, thank you, Lord. So, I might be like, yeah. But when you throw in derogatory names that affect a group of people, then we have a problem, because it doesn't matter if you're heterosexual, homosexual, or anything else. When you start saying something that is specific to a group, like if I were to say all gay people are gorgeous, well, I'm sure they would love to say that. Yes. But when you say you maybe have HIV, you're gay because you have no. See, that's what we fought to stop years ago. We're trying to stop these stereotypes. And so the baby doesn't seem to have
an understanding.
But he's not the most couth person. He's a little uncouth and untrained. And so I blame his management. You have to train your artist how to say something. Period. Just like we train our children before you leave the house. Well, if you're paying me to manage you and to keep you out of trouble, and I don't forewarn you, hey, look, baby, these are certain things we're just not going to say because we are protecting our brand, then that's management's issue, because clearly the baby doesn't know. And then when you look at his apology, where everybody was feeling it and y'all just taking things out of control. No, sir. No. When you have wronged someone or you've offended someone, take the high road, baby. The baby. Take the high road. I mean, you're going to lose more than you're gaining by holding on to a stance that has no relevancy anywhere. And it doesn't. Not in 2021. But that's my 2 cents.
Well, you hit up on something important. You said brand. He represents a brand. And I do agree with his management or whoever, his agent or whoever is training him. It's like, that if he does something wrong or if he says something out of line, then that's going to mess with the money, and that's going to mess with how much you get paid as well. So you might want to think about that. And it reminds me of, I can't think of his name, but it's a football coach who started seeing that when his rookies would come on, they were like, spending all their money. And so he decided, I'm going to start having these sessions when they first come in before training camp. They have to be here so many weeks in advance. And we're going to do classes on how to manage your money, because the game is only for a period of time. It's not, you're not going to play this for your whole life. So you need to come out of this better than you went in financially. You don't need 20 houses. You don't need 50 cars. You just need a certain, you need, okay, if you want a house on the East Coast and the West Coast, okay. If you want to have 2 cars over there, 2 cars over here, that's fine. But you don't, it's like, it's the difference between needs and wants, and excess. It was playing a part. So he got involved. He took the chance. I mean, and it wasn't going to benefit him per se, but it wasn't going to look good. He wanted to see them come out better. And I feel like you have to, it really does take a village. And he needed that village to have trained him and talked to him before he ever became the baby, because I'm assuming that's just his stage name. That's not his real name. So let's say his name is Michael. They should have talked to Michael before he became the baby and said, the baby brand is this. This is what you represent. And these are things that we do. These are things that we don't do. This is how we need to do things in decency, to be proper and in order. Additionally, when you become a celebrity, you become a star. You're a star. So that means you are separate from a lot of people. So you have to be mindful that you have been put apart. You've been set apart. So you have to be mindful of your words, because when you are a star or a celebrity, his name is Jonathan. Thank you so much. Somebody put it in the chat. He is being watched in everything he does, his words, his dress, everything. But you chose that when you became the baby. You chose to become a star. You chose to be in that category. So you just have to be mindful. That's my 2 cents, my 3 cents.
I love it. Well, first of all, you guys both hit, and I want to get to Dr. Finney, because she made me think of something in that village realm. First of all, you want somebody to be there to hold you accountable. A lot of people, they think that it's coming off as bad when you're telling them, hey, I don't think you should do this because of this. But I actually love when people do that, because that keeps me on the straight and narrow, just like that village, taking that village, train up a child in the way they should go, right? You want to make sure you train them up so that when they get out in the world, they don't embarrass, first of all, themselves, first of all, you as a parent or whatever, and, be decent and in order, right? So I think that, like, his PR team, and they should hold him accountable, just like the president when our previous one, and how people should hold him accountable by saying certain things. So it's all about holding you accountable and saying the things that you may not necessarily want to hear, but it's a benefit for your brand and benefit for you overall.
That's right.
We got a comment. The baby is out of control, and obviously his handlers are afraid to tell him the truth.
I agree. Who said that? I agree with that.
And what's unfortunate is that when you don't hold people accountable, it's sort of like Jonah and the whale. When, God said, this is where you're going, but he got on this boat and he gonna ride on the boat, and the guy starts shaking the water, and he's like, wait a minute, y'all gonna have to throw me off this boat, otherwise we all gonna perish. And that's what it is. Everybody perishes when you don't hold people accountable, whether it's your children, whether it's your clients, whether it's your spouse. Once there's no accountability, everyone that touches that individual person suffers. So until the baby's handlers handle him and lead him in the right direction, it's going to be downhill for him. And I hate that. I think that I want everyone to succeed, but he needs different management and people who will breathe and speak life into him and train him and teach him and guide him in the way that's going to increase his brand and take him away from the damage that's already been done.
Oh, most definitely. And like Dr. Finney said, you want someone to help you be more than just 5 years or 7 years or 10 years. You want to be like, these stars that 70 years old, and they still booking shows, Patti LaBelle's and whatever, right?
You don't want to be a one-hit wonder or one album and you're done. You want longevity. And longevity, it actually breeds inheritance. So you're thinking long-term, but he needs people that can help him think long-term. I'm doing this not just for me, but this should be able to bless generations behind me. Not one, not two, but generation after generation after generation. That's when you're doing things right.
Yes, got that Michael Jackson money.
Ooh.
Hey, Michael. I showed it,
And Janet. And Janet.
let me tell you,
Yes.
control. When you have generational wealth, then it's instilled in you, and then you train those behind you.
Ooh.
You don't see all this foolishness from people with that generational wealth. You don't see Beyonce and Jay-Z out there cutting up.
That's probably why she quiet a lot of times.
Mm.
She want to keep her brand.
You got to keep your brand intact.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
And I applaud them. I know a lot of people like, oh, I don't, no. I applaud people who are building generational wealth for their children, and they're protecting their brand. I'm not gonna see Beyonce out here acting a fool. She got people who can do that for her. She let that lawyer put pen to paper. Y'all gonna shut this down because Beyonce says shut it down. She doesn't have to get out there and get ignorant people. She's beyond that. And if the baby wants to get there, take some advice.
Take some advice. I like that.
Nice. Okay. All right. Anything else? I mean, this week we can take a quick break, or we can keep it going.
I got a question, but you said it might be too much.
Okay, then we're going to take a break. That's what we're going to do, because I know exactly where you're going. So we'll take a quick break, and then we will be back with my co-hosts, Boomshika Rogers and Marcus Griffin.
Hey, it's your girl Lisa Dene, and I want to tell you about a product that has changed my life. Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Rain products are infused with a Nobel Prize-winning material called graphene. It's the graphene strip that provides the various health benefits that can improve your quality of life during that time of the month. Listen, I've been very loyal to a certain brand of feminine products, but I've never experienced the results I get with Rain products. The difference is in the graphene strip. Using Rain products has totally eliminated the painful cramps I experience, and it can also help balance your body's pH, eliminate harmful bacteria, and help fight fatigue. Graphene moves heat away from your core to keep you cool and comfortable. Ladies, it's time to upgrade your feminine care with products that not only offer protection, but also improve your health and wellness. Place your order today and receive your premium sanitary napkins delivered directly to your door. Visit www.drfcare.com to make your purchase today. And don't forget to mention that your girl Lisa Dene and Stunner Radio sent you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Recipe with myself and two special co-hosts, Miss Boomshika Rogers and Marcus Griffin. All right, Boomshika, get into it. I know you're about to take us there.
So we're 2021. We're pushing up on 2022. Now, I am happily married today. But some
Good today.
I love my husband. He know, hey boo, I love you. I do. But everybody knows I've been married and divorced a couple of times. I get divorced from time to time. So I just keep it real. So drink your water, baby. This real talk now. You stepping with the big dogs now, baby.
I may need to get another drink, right? No, I'm just.
I'm just curious, because I'm currently married. But if this should happen to not work out, I've already told my husband I'm not marrying again. So I just want to know, what do y'all feel about polygamous relationships? Is monogamy overrated in 2020?
Cricket.
Dr. Finney, lady first.
Monogamy is not underrated in 2021. I mean, but I'm speaking as a person that's been married for over 21 years now. And I will say this, I don't see how people date now. I just, with all of the online stuff and, you got your apps and everything else, and people are taking these risks, in my opinion, with their live dating sometimes in this new day and age. I'm just keeping it real. But yeah, polygamous relationship, I'm not a sharer in that way. And the Bible says that when man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing. That's one wife. Okay. And I'm not on that page of multiples. I mean, there's certain things that we shouldn't multiply. And I believe that deals with relationships, meaning like it should be one. It should be one. And when you are one, you all then then you get on one accord.
Would,
And
didn't somebody in the Bible have 1,000 wives?
yes, but that was back in the day. That was not today. Yes, they did. Yeah,
That was
and
Old Testament.
Old Testament, and King Solomon actually
Yeah.
had some wives. He had some wives, some
Boom,
plural.
she could like, let me go back in time to the Old Testament time because that now just
Because I'm about to get there. See, now remember, Proverbs is Old Testament, right?
It is. It is.
Okay, come with me now. Come with me.
I'm
Now,
coming with you. Oh my God, we're about to really go there.
Jesus came to fulfill the law. All that was law, right? That was law. Old Testament is law. Now we know there's 609, and at the time those are Jewish laws. So it's
Yes.
about roughly 609 of those Jewish laws. Now, Jesus had to come to fulfill that law because if you break one, you're supposed to go straight to hell. And so that's just the way it was. So he said we were no longer covered under the law, we're covered under the blood and the grace. And now I believe in my spirits. I mean, you go with me, Stephanie, Dr. Finney. In my spirit, when the women outnumber the men in the world, come on now, come on, talk to somebody. How is it fair that there's only one man for one woman? Now go with me. Now, look, I might need, because sometimes I don't feel like I'm not in the mood. And if I had a sister wife that was ready to help out, baby, I need you to go see Cheryl. She in the other room because tonight it ain't about you and me. I know you need to get this off and get this out of your spirit because you're having a bad day and you need to sleep. But it ain't gonna be me tonight. It's not gonna be me tonight.
oh.
I don't think it's unfair for me wanting to share that responsibility. Now I ain't gonna say my draws, but look, if he needs some extra attention that I am unable or unwilling to give tonight, baby,
Tonight.
I'm just saying.
Tonight. That's the word. Tonight. My opinion is
you on mute, Boom Shika. Take yourself off mute.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, Boom Shika. We've been in the pandemic for how many years now? You got to know this now. I guess my opinion on that is I don't judge people for, what they love or what they believe in. We living in a day's time to where, back in the day, you find someone based on, the school you went to, your community, where you travel to that summer with your family. Now you can pick up the phone and you seeing people from California, you connecting from this place and this place or whatever like that, and you getting new ideas. Because I worked in Kansas, like literally 2-3 years, right? And they are so conservative. These are the people that when I was working there, everybody would ask me, now I'm 18, 19 years old, are you married? Married? Like I'm still in college, like, what, because they're so conservative. So it's just, different places, different times call for different things. I don't just necessarily judge people. What fits your shoe doesn't fit my shoe, but yeah.
Thank you, Marcus. Now, for everyone listening, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't go looking for my husband because it has to be a mutual thing. I'm not interviewing. Now, if this husband doesn't work out and you looking for a sister wife, now look, I'm not down for every day, every week. Now, every now and then I'll come pitch hit for you. But right now, I like my husband and I love my husband. So I promise you come over here, you're gonna meet me in my ice pick. Okay? All right.
Right now.
Right now.
I guess that whole concept baffles me, though. I'm like, multiple wives. I mean, how do you do that? I watched a show on HBO that was called Big Love, and it was really good. It was about a polygamous family, and they were in somewhere, and they were, it was a guy, and he had 3 wives, and they were in a community, like they were in this cul-de-sac, and literally you could walk out of one house into the other. And he had certain nights where he was with one wife, the other wife, and he provided for all of them because they did not work. He made sure that their children, because they were his children, were provided for. And at first it was him and his wife. And they decided that they wanted to expand together. And so they started talking about, one person that they were interested in together, and she was a polygamist, and then they brought her in the fold, and she became a sister wife. And then some years later, there was another one that they thought, well, we'll do this one more time. We'll go ahead and bring another one in. So they brought another one in, and he's got children by all of these women. All these women, and they figure out how to make it work. And it was some ups and downs and highs and lows, but they made it work, and it was something to see. But I was like, wow, that was a lot of work. I mean, just even if you take the physical aspect out of it, meaning, the bedroom activities, I'm like, oh my gosh, if you look at financially, how can you provide for these 3 women and all of these kids
in today's time?
Yeah, I mean, and it was like, this is real. I mean, you got kids all the way from babies to high school that's ranging. So you got to provide for extracurricular activities. And I'm like, I have 2. That's enough. I'm done, son. No, I'm done. No more. I'm good.
So, double wives. But what about a woman who wants more than one husband?
Ugh.
I'm gonna let y'all handle that one.
I mean, one might be better at stuff than others. One might be really good at cutting the grass. And, I like to have somebody who's a hunter and a gatherer. So one might hunt good, one may gather good. I don't know.
Get you some deer meat and raccoon, squirrel.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep nurturing what I have. Matter of fact, you're making me love my husband even more right now. I'm feeling extra close and extra special to him right now off this conversation, and I'm so thankful to him, because I always tell him that he is my one employee for Finney painting, landscaping, auto mechanic, cooking, chef. He do it all. He can do everything, and he paints like a professional. He landscapes like a professional. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I look at my house, I'm like, oh my gosh, he did all of this. Lord Jesus, thank you. I'm so blessed.
Blessings to you. Blessings to you.
Yeah. I'm married to the cable man, so I get free cable.
Look, first of all, what you fail to realize, you know how much cable is now? That's a
blessing. Cable is expensive. Do you get internet with that? Do you get Wi-Fi?
I got free internet, Wi-Fi, phone. I got HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, Stars.
Oh, you got all the premium channels.
That's $800, just like that.
Yes.
That's $800.
She got all the premium channels.
I'm hating on you. Can I move in? Look, y'all got a room? No.
Now you move
got
in
a spare
here. You're gonna have to do this now, baby. You don't want to move here. And my husband don't like to share, so we're gonna have to keep it quiet if you move in. This ain't what you want.
But you know what? I walked into that. I did this right here.
You did. You did.
Right
I just walked right into
you
it.
Did.
I promise, baby, this ain't what you want, because you'll look up from hell and wonder how you got there, baby. I'll be like, I'm sorry.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. This is so funny.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
She said, thank you. I'm done.
Oh, this is big.
Oh.
Anyone else have a topic? Because apparently I need to stop doing my topic, because I got some more stuff over here, but we probably should, because my husband walked in.
Well, you can do something else. Just do. Look, I'm gonna need for you to do another, because I have a topic, but it's not as good. We're gonna save mine for next time. Your time, you go ahead, Book Shaker. Go ahead.
We may have to whisper on this one. We may have to start.
I know.
Marcus,
and come up close to the camera.
Because I'm trying to keep my teeth. Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead.
Let me see what a topic is that I think what do you guys feel about, well, do you guys have like degrees higher than well, I know you do, Dr. Finney, but what about you, Bushika? Do you have your master's degree? Or
I have my master's degree.
Okay, so did you get it while working or when you were in school?
So let me tell you, I got both of my degrees. It cost me $153 for both of my degrees. When you learn to work the system, I was in the government. I got a full ride to Langston University. I'm home of the Mighty Lions, just so you know, best HBCU. Okay, I got to say it again. So I got my first degree there. And then as I was working for the government, it's so funny that I was helping people get master's degrees. And it's like, oh yeah, I was a procurement analyst, and my job was to make sure you, when you came in, you're getting your degree. So you had to come see me. I'm like, hey, you want a degree? Do you have one? Okay, well, let me show you. I fill out people's paperwork. And this lady, she said to me, so do you have your master's degree? I said, no. And she said, why not? I'm like, I really don't have time. You know, I got 2 small children. She said, sound like a bunch of excuses to me. And let me tell you,
well,
I started doing my own paperwork. I got my degree paid for, all but $153. That's because I was working on someone else's paperwork so they can get their degree finished, and I forgot to turn in my paperwork on time. But for $153, I made it all the way up to a master's degree, working the system, learning what is required. And let me tell you, if you are out there and you have the opportunity to get your degree, get it while you're young, because the older you get, baby,
it's a challenge.
Let me tell you, I got mine before my 30th. Yeah, right before I turned 30. And let me tell you, I have 2 children. They were 2 and 4 or 2 and 5 or whatever they were at that point. They were small. And I'm still doing potty training. I am getting up at 3 in the morning, doing homework, then going straight into getting kids ready for school, driving them to school. I'm going to work, coming home, feeding them, bathing them, and we all going to bed at 8:30, so I can wake up at 3 in the morning. That is not something that an older woman should be doing. So if you're out there and you have the opportunity while you're young, do it while you're young. Your mind is still fresh. If you're out there and you're thinking, well, now I'm too old to do it. No, you don't have any children to worry about right now. And you're coming from a place of experience and wisdom that those young Thundercats that are in your class, they're going to need that. They're going to need that. My 2 cents.
I second that emotion because I was married. I had gotten my bachelor's and my master's, and then I got married. And when, things were good, I said, I want to go back and get my PhD, and I'm working on it. And, life is good. And then I go to Patient First one day in 2005, and because I'm not feeling 100%, and he says, congratulations, you're expecting. And I said, expecting what?
Expecting a raise.
And he said, a bundle of joy. I said, when? He said, in about 9 months. I was like, oh my God, I'm working on my PhD. I cannot do this. This is too much. I called my husband, and then I called my friend Jackie Brown. I'll never forget. She was the only one that got it. She said, come over right now. I came over to her house and I just broke down. And she said, it's going to be okay, girl. She said, when I was in Germany, she said, I got pregnant and I came back with 2 kids and 2 cuckoo clocks. If I can do it, you can do it. You're going to be okay. You're going to get through this. And she kept saying to me, think about this time next year. Every time something came, I think about this time next year. And God will put people in your path, because I'm telling you, if it was not for him putting people in my path, she would just come over. And then let me back up too. I did have the best baby for that situation, because my daughter was the type of child that I could put her in it right there in between my legs. I'm sitting here, I've got my clothes on, I'm sitting here, and I got a typewriter, and I'm typing. I'm in my computer and I'm typing, and she's just looking around and playing with her toys. But if I had my son at that time, oh no, I would have never got through. I would have never got through my program. So he gave me the right baby. He put people in my path. They would just say, okay, Stephanie, like my friend Jackie, my friend Joan, I'm coming over to get the baby. All I need is joy juice, aka breast milk. We got everything else. We got clothes. We coming to get her. They would come get her for the weekend so I could get my papers done. And when I tell you, when I gave birth to her, a week later, I found out that I had passed my comp. And I was moving into my dissertation phase. That's how everything was. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I had a plan. I'm going to graduate on this date. Well, it didn't happen, but I graduated in God's time. And I learned a valuable lesson. And I tell anybody this: when you go into any type of advanced degree program, whether it's your master's, your please, bachelor's, master's, PhD, pray before you start your program, because I didn't do that. I did not do that. I just went in, I'm going to do this. And so God had to work with me and take me through getting pregnant and all this other stuff to get me right. Because when I came out of my PhD program, I was a totally different person. I was like, I thank you, God. I give you all the praise. I know I couldn't have done it without you, because I would be crazy by now if it was not for you. So I just thank you. And I don't take any credit for this. That was nothing but God. I finished in September of 2012 is when I finished. And I walked in September of 2012, but I graduated in September of 2009. I had to wait a little later because I had a son. I got pregnant, had another one, but yeah, God is good. He will get you through it. You just gotta, and there are times when we go left instead of right, but if you let him, he'll steer you right back on to the right. He'll put you right back on that path, and he did, because I will tell you that I was not the person that I was when I started my program that I am today. But when I finished, I was a totally different person. I was like, oh my God, Lord, thank you, Lord. Thank you for taking me through it. And I even appreciate what you took me through, or what you allowed me to go through, because you didn't take me through it. I took myself through it. If I had started right, I wouldn't even went through all of that. But I thank you for being there with me and allowing me to go through it, but still being right there beside me in spite of what I had put myself into, because that was me that did all of that. Me. That's like when people get caught up in student loan debt, and I ain't hating, because it's like we want to say, oh, woe is me. Yeah, it is woe is me, but we did that.
Right.
We did that.
That's true.
Okay. We did that. But God, I thank you for being right there with us, because I know that because I know all this debt, I'm believing it. I'm claiming it's going to be wiped out in the name of Jesus.
Mine between Biden and God. Biden and God. I just put it on Biden. Hamlet.
I don't know what that is. I don't.
She don't. She don't know. She don't know.
Well, I can show you what it is if you want to. if you handed out blessings now. One thing about it, I receive blessings.
Oh no! If I was handing out blessings, it's gonna pass you today, baby. You ain't gonna get this one. No, sorry. Call on Jesus. Call on.
I'm gonna call on him too. No.
Call on.
Yes. Well,
Jesus and Biden. Come on.
Yes. You got to. And you know what? I do think that he's going to do some things. I'm talking about Biden. I already know Jesus is going to do it. I'm not worried about that. But I believe he's going to use Biden as the vessel to take care of a lot of things that would not have otherwise been taken care of. And I'll just leave it at that.
We believe it.
Yes. Well, any last words? Any shout outs? Feel free, because we're on the countdown. We're about to end the show. It's been awesome.
Well, okay, so I just want to shout out my people. My husband, if you should happen to see this video, just know I ain't going nowhere. I got you. It's us.
That's right.
Well, shout out my people back in Mississippi. Shout out Alcorn State University. Shout out my fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Sigma Eta Lambda chapter. Come on, Alpha Kappa Alpha. I see you. Throw it up. And shout out everybody that's just positive and just going through life with your head held high, knowing that you suffering, but you just getting through it because you know that you built to get through it. So just shout out you.
Amen. All right. So thank you so much, everyone who was watching, listening, whoever watches the replay. Thank you for taking time out of your day to connect on the recipe segment of Uncork and Unwind with Dr. Stephanie Finney, Boomshika Rogers, and Marcus Griffin. Before I go, if you are on Instagram, please connect to my IG Live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I provide a serving of health and wellness in the area of feminine health care. And for any men out there, please do not shy away from this topic, because if you have important women in your life, you also need to know about this information. Well, that's it for me, everyone. Again, I hope you enjoyed this segment of the Recipes, Uncork and Unwind. And now I'm going to allow singer, songwriter, television personality, and founding member of Sisters with Voices, Lily from SWV, to provide her endorsement of RAIN, previously known as Jewel Feminine Care. See you next time on the Recipes, Uncork and Unwind, as we bring you all of the ingredients for living your best life.
And the packaging, it says Jewel on it. And she sent me so many different, it's for moderate flow, heavy flow. Hold on. And this was my favorite.
That is my favorite.
I can always appreciate an overnight, but what I was really impressed by was the length, how long it was,
and how it's not as thick.
If you guys still get those family friend, sometimes that thing could just be out of control and never do what you asked it to do. It'd be all over the place. But honestly, like, I had absolutely no problems at all. And I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate this product so good, because a lot of people, you know, they want to send you stuff, and it's like, okay, you know, you want to believe in everybody, but everybody's product is not a good product, especially something when it comes to feminine hygiene and sanitary this and you got to be very careful, because sometimes, you know, whatever the stuff is made with, it don't always agree with your body chemistry. But I had absolutely no problems, and I wouldn't even say this if I didn't mean it. I gave the girls in my podcast, they use it. My podcast member, she don't even use sanitary napkins. She's like a tampon girl. Mm-hmm. But she really appreciated this, and I thought, you know, I have to tell you this. I couldn't wait to get on here to tell you this. So for everybody that's on here that's still going through them, getting those monthly visitors, please support Dr. Finney's business. I tried it myself, and I loved it.
Wow.
Thank you so